Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers, Facebookians. Airy Sky here with another video blog. I want to thank a guy. I want to thank a guy who his name is Jesse Ash, who's um, you know let me see. Jesse sent me some links. He said I honor. Um, hmm. So, mhm. Hmm. So, shout out to Jesse Ash. You know, it seems you have some decent books. Mhm. So, in my opinion, it seems really cool. He's wrote a lot of books. You know, it seems transition. You know. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Jesse Ash. So Jesse Ash is. Hmm. Well, seems cool. Yep. What's this? Hmm. Well, I'm just gonna say your videos. Yep. There we go. Hey baby, this is your political blog and you did vote. Actually, Jenna, no girl, I didn't vote. I was too lazy to change my voting over to this county, so it's still in Grant County, so I decided to file after it. So I'll be in the next election. This election, nah, I didn't vote. So, But anyways, one of my people that subscribed to me named Jesse Ash apparently wanted to brainstorm with me, Jenna, but no, I clearly did not vote at all. And but we do have the House, so technically I can't complain. I knew the House was coming, I just didn't know the Senate was not going to flip. So, let me see what Jess. So anything, hold on, anything and everything. Everything is the topic. Now I should be using the pen. Right. So yeah, literally I so sorry about this, Jenna. A trans girl in Canada that I know who classifies as a woman has never had her surgery because she thinks it might be botched up or whatever. So but anyways, so let's talk about today's adventure. I didn't vote, but I will say, I'm happy the House has been flipped to Democrat. That means we got some checks and balances. And the only thing Chloe's worried about is Trump trying to erase us. Now, Congress won't allow it. And as I told my father-in-law, Puppy, that because of Trump, uh, you know, put Kavanaugh, and Kavanaugh is going to, what do you say? he's gonna mellow out. So technically, he'll mellow out. He'll vote like the rest of the judges, and we're not gonna lose our rights. That's how I see it. So, anyways, one of my packages came today in the mail. Diablo 3 for the Switch. I was looking forward to it. I'm still looking for 2 discs, computer game discs. Final Fantasy, the disc 1. I found the installed disc, but I didn't find the rest. So I'm panicking about that. But anyways, let's get down to brass tacks. So So one of the things I want to talk about today is today's adventure. So what happened was I got up, I slept 14 hours. I talked to Pam last night, and she reassured me because I have depression severely. I was talking to Poppy about it. Poppy says you're not schizophrenic, you're not bipolar, you're not borderline. He's got an MD in psychology, so he's like, it's something that's weird, No one knows what it is, So, but anyways, I called up Taco Bell today and complained. They're gonna complain to the district manager in the area because, as everyone knows, if you've been following my thing, we had our food myths done 7 times, and then when I got my chalupa box, they put no meat in it, just a few crumbs of cheese, a few crumbs of lettuce, and some tomato, and I don't eat tomato. And they didn't, and so they put it in there and sealed it. The manager was against and aggressive against trans people, so well, that was pretty bad. And did dairy and Chloe's lactose intolerant, so we had to complain about that. I also had to file a complaint with the Postmaster Inspector General because what happened is the mail lady was like, get that fucking damn dog out of my way. And I was trying to get the mail before going to town to do some stuff. This was Tuesday, Monday or something. Anyways, I don't remember what day it was, but it was just a disappointing. It might have been Friday. Yeah. And so, no, it was. I don't know what day it was. Yeah, I'm doing mint flavored tobacco, Jenna. I'm not doing the Copenhagen snuff. I'm doing actual mint flavored grizzly. I need to get out of it, But anyways, back to the story. So today I got up 14 hours later. I just basically crashed and went to sleep. I don't sleep but 2 or 3 hours. Taking the ferry has just been driving me nuts. But it's for some of you out there that didn't see my video earlier. I was talking about the depression yesterday because I went to the bathroom and some old lady, an evil octogenarian, was telling me I was a man with fake tits and didn't want to believe I have a vagina and I'm a woman. So she was looking through the crack about this big, seeing me sit on the toilet and watching my crotch and shaking her head. And so I had to file a grievance at the ferry, on the ferry with the captain to let them know that this discrimination's got to stop. I'm never going to kiss you now. Yeah, okay, Jenna. I usually, brush my teeth after I'm done and everything else. So, but anyways, what happened is I had to complain about that. And then on the bus, Skagit Transit, some guy kept calling me sir. And I said, what the fuck are these? And then, I put him in his damn place. And when we got off the bus at Skagit Station, 4 security guards were complaining that Chloe's dress was too short and it was a violation. And is she wearing underwear? And I'm telling you, it was just a bitch of a day yesterday. And Chloe didn't want to go out again Thursday for groceries. I mean, shit, they were basically take the bags out of the shopping cart, put the shopping cart and fold it up under the seats. And I mean, I did everything. And Chloe's just was venting. And so today when I saw the therapist, I said, yeah, Chloe's all talk about suicide, but she was saying, oh, I should jump off the ferry. And I'm going, no, you don't want to do that, And yeah, I mean, literally, I file grievances. Usually I don't file, but as Chloe said, more likely it was a an issue with the uh so Danielle, my sister from Canada, said talk about the incident, but don't give names. Well, I don't know if she's talking about the main company name or the manager's name. I'm not giving the manager's name. I've already filed a complaint. So, but yeah. Anyway, so today I had to go to a place to sign some release of info so they can work with this one place for therapy. Now, this therapist is trying to push me to go into uh, a program on my insurance to cover alcohol and substance use disorder, and I'm not into drugs. I do like my booze, but living in Friday Harbor, the alcohol is too expensive being on an island, so it's like highly not worth living in here for booze. And I'm not drinking booze. I drank plenty already, but everyone knows, alcohol made me change because ever since Chloe was sexually assaulted by a neighbor, alcohol is something that, there isn't really a big um deal. So she was trying to convince me to do that. She also tried to convince me again, singing to the choir, as she calls it, trying to get Chloe to go into this place. It's called Compass Health. And personally, I get bad vibes about Compass Health. I think Chloe's right. They're money grubbing whores because they were trying to sell me on drug and alcohol abuse therapy. And it's like, no. And then they wanted to tell me, that they needed my proof of income so they could see if I qualify because I don't qualify for Medicaid because I have Medicare. So technically, it's like, oh, so go through this lady. Well, I talked to the lady, and the lady's like, you know as well as I do, you don't make your spin down, you can't do anything. So there's nothing you can do. So this lady was asking me all my bills, what I pay, and I'm like, hey, I can manage my own money. I don't need you guys managing it. And if you try that, I will just close case and leave. So today, she was talking to me about this and that. And, I told her, Chloe thought she wanted to live in a mental hospital for life because she's got a structured setting with group and she gets 3 square meals a day. And the other funny thing is she's got a routine. Whereas here, I've been trying to get her on a routine, but it's not easy. So, and so I talked to her about that, but the lady was more interested in, was like, well, some people just need to be left alone. But I also told her, and then she asked me about my safety plan, and my safety plan, um, and so the safety plan. So I had to say, hey, I got enough depression and everything else that if I needed a safety plan, I said, I got all these people. I said, I got Corey, I got Tara, I got Poppy, I got Jenna, I got all these names. And I said, all I got to do is text one of them. And usually they get back to me with, with what to do or how to handle something if I'm sick or if I'm hurt or whatever, So it was that simple. And the lady was like, well, so in the end, I was like, So I'm not letting them run my life. I said I'm in charge of my own health care, and that was it. And so she's like, well, I'll talk to this guy and get back to you. Well, I've already talked to the guy, and I told the guy outright I have bad feeling, and he's basically revoking the release of info so she doesn't get to talk to him because I don't trust her. I mean, asking for how much I make, asking what I pay bills, why I have direct deposit, and why I have direct debit for my medical bills. And I said, my medical bills are being paid. So why can you, So in the end, it was like, oh. And so, and so forth and so on. So when I left, I went and talked to this guy and went home and checked my mailbox. I missed a coupon book for cigarettes, so I went down to the Mercantile. It was like $9 for 3 packs of American Spirits. Chloe's got smokes, and then went and checked the laundromat. I did pick up a Mexican Pepsi though. It's one of my little treats from time to time, and I didn't know they were here in this island, so I got a Mexican Pepsi. And they had Mexican Coke, but I prefer Mexican Pepsi, So, but anyways, so what happened was when I got home around, and was gonna have lunch, I just munched on some chips. I decided to relax, and the phone rang, and it was the mental place in Anacortes, who was telling me that I forgot to sign my signature on the thing, but they can fill it in April when I come. And so this one lady that I was talking to, Compass, was like, well, that's too far away. You need mental help now. You're having a breakdown because, you can't take the stress of an autistic girl and being misgendered. And in the end, I was like, I can handle myself. I'm doing this to try to better myself. And they're trying to sell me that Chloe needs to go through there. Well, Chloe won't go through them. Chloe didn't go through anyone in Grant, Chelan, or Douglas, so that's out. And then Chloe didn't want to go through sound behavioral in Seattle region, so it's like, Chloe already tried to involuntary or voluntary commit her in Skagit Hospital, and they turned her down and said your insurance won't pay. So, and I want to say I'm proud of Chloe because we both got letters from the welfare office. Chloe basically got a letter basically stating, and so did I, that if Chloe wants me to represent her on her Social Security thing, the state pays her money every month. She goes to therapy, and I'd have access to that info. She turned around and got a letter that said I was her husband. When Chloe called up today and bitched the lady out, and this was funny. The lady goes, do you want Rita to do it? She's like, yeah, verbal. Well, we need actual written permission. So Chloe's like, fine, send the letter out. Rita is a woman, not a husband. And the lady wouldn't listen. So finally Chloe turned, and Chloe sounded kind of like yeah. So yeah, exactly. Jenna. So Chloe turned around and said the same thing. Well, the lady said, okay, I'll send the letter out again and address it as wife. And Chloe's like, no, and she's a woman like me. Well, anyways, the lady's like, well, I talked to the office at ODAR in Spokane. And Chloe's like, I spoke to the ODAR office in Seattle where the judge is, and the case is closed. She's like, well, we need to appeal it. And Chloe says, the appeal is 5 years. Well, we can give you money as long as you go through therapy. And Chloe said, no, I'm not going through therapy. Fuck it. I can get on disability with my current medical records. Well, we don't have it in your file. Chloe says, because I'm not giving you that file. You can go fuck yourself. I told the lady to go fuck herself a week ago, and she took offense to it. So finally, the lady's like, well, you have till this day to appeal it. Chloe's like, I don't give a shit. I'm not appealing it. I'm restarting it. And the lady's like, well, you're throwing away your chances of a big retro check. Chloe says, I don't give a shit. They're going to deny me anyway, so I might as well restart over. So yesterday we went to the Social Security office and line out the door. Apparently they're just so busy down here. Same with the welfare office that we did everything online. But, Chloe, I'm proud of Chloe because she just said, no, I'm not dealing with it, you fuckheads. You're not getting any info and you're not getting my medical records. So in the end, Chloe's just like, no. So Chloe took care of that. And then, today when I called the place, Black, after they called me, in Anacortes, they were like, well, you didn't fill out the signs. You didn't do this. Are you pre-op, post-op, intersex? I said, I'm post-operative intersex. Then we talked about things, and he's like, well, we need your med list. I said, I only take 2, nitro and estrogen. Well, we need that. And we'll let you know whatever we decide for you medication-wise, you will take. I said, no, sir, you can go fuck yourself. I'm not taking meds because I don't agree to it. If you don't like my note that says I'm in charge of my health care, you can just roll it up, cram it where the sun don't shine. And I said, I have an advanced directive already, mental directive, that says no meds and no hospitalizations. And he was like, well, we could involuntary you. I said, yeah, but I don't meet the fucking criteria, jackass motherfucker. In the end, he's like, well, we'll talk in April. I said, yeah, if I decide to go through you. More likely, I'm not going to because I don't trust you motherfucking jackass bastards. So if you excuse me for one moment, I need to go and try the bathroom out for a second. I just need to make sure use the toilet real quick. I'll be right back. And I'll be right back. So Danielle was just giving some advice, but anyways, so basically, the other thing I wanted to share was the good Lord blessed me well again. Not just the house got flipped tonight, which was good. It keeps President Trump in balance, checks and balances, which means he can't do shit now for 2 years because Pelosi's now Speaker of the House, and Ryan's retiring, and shit just got real. But anyways, another thing that happened tonight, blessing wise, besides the cigarettes, is one of the things that I shouldn't have done was I went and bought some ribs, and these ribs said they were meaty, full-fledged ribs. They were tasty. Turns out they're like 80% fat. So you get. I mean, it was just basically a fat bomb with barbecue sauce, and I'm just telling you, it was a waste of money. So I'm freezing the rest of the ribs for a while to make up meals later for the rest of it. I had 11 pounds of ribs that were dirt cheap. I was like, oh, this is great. Turns out it's a fat bomb. One of the things I want to share with you tonight is I was talking to a neighbor, and one of the things that happened to me is in Moses Lake, my cane broke, and I don't have a cane. So I was telling Mother Pam, who's 71 years old, yeah, she opened up her storage in the apartment, gave me her sister's cane that looks like snake skin. It's beautiful. She's like, "This is for you, Rita. Use it." Well, anyways, while talking to her neighbor that lives downstairs, I said, "Yeah." The doctor basically, and you might laugh at this, Jenna. Chloe's just like, well, I don't get blessed that well. The Lord's not blessing me, and being a minister of God, I was gonna spend last year and the year before, when hubby was alive, Aaron, that I was going to buy a treadmill. Well, the neighbor's like, oh, I got this treadmill I don't use. I use it 4 times, brand new, just sits in the corner. You're more than welcome to help me clear a space, a path, and take it. So we went in there and it was already set. So we just took it downstairs here, set it up, and I spent an hour riding on this treadmill, running on it an hour at a time, 2 miles and 3 miles. And afterwards, I was sweating like a pig, burned off like 600 calories. And I was really happy with the outcomes. So, it's all set up. So in the morning, I will run on this treadmill, again, which I feel really blessed about, and lately, I've been depressed, and I've been depressed because, one of the things I've been depressed about, hold on, and I know, Jenna, you don't like me talking about these, but I'm going to talk about them anyways for a moment, is I am sad because I got all of these I want to play, and I can't play them. And so it saddens me. I cannot play them. because I'm so busy with everything. I don't have time to play them and stuff because I'm doing cleaning, cooking, cleaning, cooking, and so in the end, hold on. In the end, it saddens me. Here, let's just put this new one up there too. There we go. So I've been playing what I can on my own time, and it just saddens me. So, and depressed and stuff. So, at times I'd be looking at the ferry on the back of it going, do I want to go swimming, And so Chloe thought I needed to get some help. So right now I just got this bad vibe that they're trying to control my finances, and it's something that I don't want because I already manage really well. And they're like, oh, how much is your phone? How much is your internet? How much is your rent? How much is this? Oh, you have all these deductions. Yeah, because my medical bills are being paid, including my surgery. I'm paying that off, direct deposit. And by the way, for some of you wondering, and I think Jenna has seen this, if you haven't, um, this is my pin for my phone. And so I think it's pretty awesome, so it's pretty cool. And so, right there's my phone. It's got a 6.2-inch screen, and I just got an email from Subway asking if I'm hungry. And it's like, no, I'm not hungry, because I'm not going to go to Subway and, let's see, Subway's not your order, whatever that is. It doesn't look appealing. I don't know what it is. And then, et cetera, et cetera. So, but yeah, anyways, that's useless. There we go. And this is useless. Just delete that. So, anyways, yeah, so, uh, yeah, so basically, the treadmill is great, so I'm gonna use that every day. My cousin-in-law Tara thinks it's gonna collect dust, but the doctor wanted me to use it, so I'm using it, and then the pen thing, so but yeah, anywho, basically I'm just fed up with the shit that's happened. And if Danielle's watching this, I just want to say, Danielle, that I'm not going to give the manager's name that insulted me at Taco Bell, but I will say it was a Taco Bell. That's all I'm going to say. And I don't like being misgendered either. So I gotta make phone calls tomorrow to re-up my program for checking my vagina and making sure everything's good. I'm still dilating level 4 dilator. I got one more dilation before bed. And yeah, so the apartment's getting clean. Chloe's doing that. But right now she's in the other room fixing herself yet again. And so with me, I'm just in here deciding to do a video after I talked to Poppy about politics tonight. We're talking about politics. He also said never, ever, ever talk to someone and say, oh, well, and this is funny because he said about hearing or seeing things because it'll mark you as schizophrenic. Yeah, I understand that one, and he also told me to reschedule my appointments for the doctors to see if I can get insurance to make these bigger. Maybe if I have bigger boobs, that all these women say, well, you have the perfect size, why go bigger, And so, on that. And so, I mean, I think I look like a woman. I act like a woman that I am. So, well, why am I being mistreated, misgendered? It's got to be like Chloe said, politics. They just want to discriminate for whatever reason, But so, anyways, one of the things I got to do tomorrow because I'm staying in, except for going to pay the electric bill and the rent, is I'm staying in to do spreadsheets while Chloe cleans, and that's the thing. I just but. Let me tell you the other part of the story tonight that happened, including you, Jenna, because I know you're going to be what the F. So I got off the treadmill after the second time, after the second hour. I took a break in between to go to the bathroom. And I was looking at my phone like this, not paying attention. And yeah, and you see how they have a corner like this, right? Well, there's one sticking out right by the entrance to our apartment. And I put it on like this. into the corner, knocked off a piece of the corner, right, and ended up in my hand. And I got this like weird feeling right around here, And Chloe says, "Oh, you didn't fracture your skull or anything," but I can tell you outright that I've given myself a concussion, which I've had in the past because, at the time, Chloe basically a couple times I've had to hold her back from wanting to go out and, put a knife in two of the neighbors' heads in the old place in Moses Lake. So in the end, I know what a concussion is. So I'm just like, yeah. So my father-in-law said, just take it easy, and so that's what I'm doing. But um, yeah. So all in all, it's just very confusing, and basically I'm um just the way it is, on that. So but yeah, anyways, I'm just like sitting there thinking, what's next? How's everything gonna go? Etc. And I'm just like, bleh, And so, but yeah. Anywho, what the hell is this? So someone, oh yeah, so some guy saw me. So some basically said something about, um, but yeah. And then, yesterday I went into the coffee shop at the bus station, and this lady's like, "I'm not serving you. I refuse the right to serve you." And I said, "Is it because I'm a woman?" She goes, "No, you have a dog." I said, "You do know, ma'am, I can have your business shut down because I called the ADA." "What's that mean?" I said, "He's a service dog." "What type of coffee do you want, ma'am?" I mean, just saying, Moppy is a service dog. They basically decided, come here. Oh, come here. You don't need to do that to mommy. I got to give him a bath. Come here. He didn't like me waking him up. He's like, "I don't want to be woke up, mommy." Oh, look how cute he is. You don't need to snap at me for picking you up. Or did I pick you up wrong because you're a hernia? Come here. As you can see, Moppy shaved. I got some shampoo I bought him so I can see about getting rid of the rest of the fleas. I think we got 95% of them dead. I just got to go and use the new shampoo and and get rid of it. Come here. Oh, I love you. Yeah, little mop. The little mutt. Yeah, he's a full-blooded large Shih Tzu. He's shaved, but I just love him, Jenna, to death. I mean, I went out and got him some expensive flea shampoo. They say it's the best on the market, so we're gonna give it to him tomorrow. That's one of my goals tomorrow. I was talking to the lady about goals, but today's goals. Come here. Yeah, the little mutt. And there you go. If you haven't checked out Facebook in a while, Jenna, you can probably find out that Moppy's got a little Minions coat from Despicable Me. Tara made him one, so she was just too happy to make it, So. But anyways, so tomorrow's goal is I got to do emails, and I got to go out and do a couple things. I'm gonna try to limit my walking tomorrow because I'll be using the treadmill. But you know, yeah. But I got this really expensive shampoo I paid for. They say it's the best on the market. Hold on, I'll show you it. It's so Tara Beehole told me that if you get the pills, they work too. But the pills is a prescription only. So what you need to do is buy some non-pills, which is Sentry flea shampoo right here. And they say it works marvelous to kill fleas and ticks. So I'm going to try that next. But anyways, I killed 99% of the fleas by giving him a apple cider vinegar bath and a white vinegar bath to kill, the fleas. I mean, that's a natural remedy if you don't have that the shampoo. So I picked the shampoo up just to make sure, once it's done, I'll keep the shampoo on hand. And if I run low, I'll buy more because that should kill them. And it says kills flea and ticks up to 10 days. And even if new ones come, it won't usually because they try to attach to him in that 10-day frame from the bath. They're gonna die because it lasts that long. So to me, it's fine. So but but anyways, yeah. So like I said, my goals tomorrow are spreadsheets. I was supposed to do spreadsheets today, but I never got around to it because when I went home, I had some chips for a snack and talked to Chloe, and then basically rested and then went out after her bath and everything. And then in the evening, like I said, the treadmill came and stuff, so I feel blessed, but it's you know but yeah, I mean, hitting my head, on that wall and everything else, it just jarbled me. And you know so I want to grab a beer today over at the brewery or one of the bars, but I decided Mexican soda would be better suited to my money, so I did that. And got me a can of Grizzly Mint Dip, and then I went to the laundromat and found out they charge a lot more in the laundromat than you should. And then, so I got 3 spreadsheets to modify, and then I got some others to do, and then I need to start getting prepared for the main spreadsheets again. But I'm going to take my time and do them slowly so I can relax and play video games along the way. I mean, I got some games I just bought recently. One was this and Switch and PS4, which is Lost Sphear, which I want to try. I've just been so freaking busy. I just don't have time. It's like, how long until I can actually relax and actually play this game without any trouble, And so with other games, so but yeah, the other thing I was talking to the lady about was Chris, and yeah, I don't know how that's gonna play out this year. I mean, I got my Christmas presents, Chloe's Christmas presents on layaway. I just pay off the layaway, and I'm just like, eh, and then I got a lot to do, so and I finally talked Chloe, and the lady didn't like it. The therapist lady that's seeing me on a temporary basis under crisis prevention was telling me that she didn't like the fact that I had advanced directive, and I showed Chloe my triggers, and Chloe's like, oh. So the lady's like, well, we want to see it. And it's like, you're not in charge of seeing that. It's like you trying to get a hold of Chloe's medical records. You can't get it. Chloe won't let you. So in the end, it's just like really a giant hassle, to no end. Let me see. So, Danielle just said something funny, so it was just that. Danielle's a trans woman who's, like I said, Canadian, who's transitioned over 30 years. And, a couple times she's been moody to the point where, she's pre-operative. And she was talking about how one night she was being funny with me, asked me too many questions. Another night she's talking about detransitioning because, it might be better. And I'm like, dude, after 30 plus years, you should just say who you are. You'd be miserable being a man again, and I understand it completely. It's hard. I mean, it's like going grocery shopping yesterday and being a woman, and then, you're sitting there and you're trying to get everything done, and all of a sudden you look around and you're like, where's the razor blades? I can't shave my legs. Oh, well, I have to find some. And then you're trying to look everywhere and you can't find it. And it's like, what the hell, So, you got to allocate what you can to buy razor blades or razors to work till you get a hold of it, It's still, it's like, what the hell. But, yeah, anyways, like I said, it was an interesting day talking to this lady, and she's like, "We got to do this." Well, I've already done all the research. I've advocated. I mean, you know, and so forth, and so on, and by the way, Jenna, I do have a question for you since you're watching this. What's the status of Washington State Medicaid when it comes to facial fem? I know Oregon doesn't cover it, and I know don't. So I hear like the premium insurance companies might, if you paid premium, like some of those idiot girls that are popular on YouTube that's had facial fem. So I'm just curious, if you've heard anything about it, on that aspect, et cetera, et cetera. So um, yeah. So on that aspect, But anywho, it's just getting to be the point where, I thought I'd ask you about that. I am tired. I mean, really tired. And so, it's getting late and eventually, I'll have to go to bed and, get some sleep. For some of you out there that don't know, recently I bought a mattress that was only used for 3 months, mint condition. It's a pillow top mattress, queen pillow top mattress. So nice that I could just go to sleep and sleep on it all the time, and just enjoy it. So, nope, nothing from Jenna yet on that question. So she's probably typing something, maybe dilating or typing, maybe that's what she's doing. So, but anywho, what else can I say? Everything's great right now. I mean, the good Lord's blessed me. I mean, it was like Poppy and I talked about all these, and I do want to bring up something about the trans community to everyone on this channel, including Jenna. Now, Jenna knows I don't belittle unless I have a reason. But what is it with these fucking trannies? The older trannies that are post-operative going, "Oh no, we lost the house. We need the house. We need the house." Yet they're basically bitching at the fact that um that the house is flipped to Democrat, which is more checks and balances. At the same time, they're bitching about how they want more um more acceptance. It's like they want about. And then, I asked one lady, and she's like, "Well, that's because, I had to pay for my sex change. Well, I don't think these young whippersnappers should be getting it for free." That's their answer. And they should, if I had to pay for my tits, they got to pay for their tits. So, anyways, that's about it. That they're all bitching and they want their Republican everything because they don't think, it's like you guys want to be erased out of existence because you idiots don't want, you don't want to be covered, so, it's just something interesting, so, anyways, yeah, so, me and Chloe were talking about that. I mean, all these fucking people bitching about it, and then other trannies are like, "Oh, well, we should have controlled the Senate too." Well, yeah, and then you'd have the president veto everything. So you have it two ways. You get both. If both House and Senate were Republican, he would have done away with Social Security. He would have done this. He would have done that. And so what happened? Basically he turned around and he lost the House. Well, the House to him, oh well, big deal. But you know what? House has 435 members, and now the House is controlled by the Democrats. So technically, Trump can't do anything. Now the Democrats got both House and Senate. The only thing Trump would do is veto everything. He would veto, he would fucking veto, veto the fucking he would veto the what do you call it? He would veto everything that the Democrats did if both House and Senate were Democrat. He'd veto it. So there'd be checks and balances there. He'd be turn around and say, I deny it, it's being denied, it's being denied, it's being denied. Now that he has a split House and a split Senate, he can't do jack shit. So technically, he's going to see nothing happen for 2 years, and he's going to try to do a Truman. Because, I'm an expert in politics. I've been watching politics for a long time, so I know what's going to happen. He's going to say, the do nothing Congress won't pass my this and that. No, the do nothing Congress will pass it, and the Senate's going to have to do something, And so. So, anywho, that's the thing, you need to realize, that um that that either, you have both House and Senate Republican, and then he passed anything he wanted, or the American people would say enough's enough, and then they basically block it, which means one House and Senate, one's Democrat, which means until he gets out of office, he might not see an entire Democratic House or Senate. So, because of Trump being a radical, they basically decided, the American people said, well, we'll give the House to the Democrats and leave the Senate the way it is. And the Senate, they were gerrymandering. So technically they knew what they were doing. So with both divided, Trump can't get anything done. So like I said, if the Democrats control both House and Senate, as I told Poppy, they would just veto everything. He would veto everything. Now, if the House is divided, nothing's going to get done, which means the good Lord knew what he was doing. So, and with that said, I'm going to try to get the nap in. And so, there you have your update. Please, add and subscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback, suggestions. Hit that like and subscribe buttons. Hold some fun even for the family. Thanks for watching Buttercups. Stay tuned for another one tomorrow.